now that everybody's out, I'm feeling better, I'm doing better, my emotions are in a better place, so I can deal with it now because we're all at 0-0 again. So it's okay. But I haven't changed my mind one bit on what I said previously. Like what I've seen over the last 3 years, you didn't make a change at coach. So right now, my hope is nowhere. It's exactly where it was last year, the year before that, when you had 12 wins and didn't do much into the playoffs. What I do need, we're talking about free agency, is for you to give me a little hope through what's about to start transpiring. I personally would like a game changer on offense and a game changer somewhere in the front seven on defense. If you ask me what we need to go into this season with, and that would give me hope of something better than a 12-win season and pain in the playoffs. You give me a great offense, you give me an offensive game changer and a defensive game changer. I would also like one that has and maybe one that hasn't. Maybe one that has the hunger of not winning a Super Bowl. Like a Derrick Henry who wants to prove something to everybody. I just want to bring the big fella in and say, big fella, see ye this way. Put a star on the side of your helmet and remind people of the star that you once were. They said you can't do it anymore in Tennessee, but in Dallas, we will give you a stage and a light that shines brighter than anything Tennessee ever seen. And you can get Tennessee back. That's what we gonna do, Key. That's what we selling, Key. That's what we gonna sell. Now, and then we're gonna ask them, we can't give you a whole lot of money. Can you work with us?
See, and that's exactly,
that's true.
And that's exactly why he will not be coming to Dallas.
Thank you.
That's exactly. And that's exactly why.
We gotta say that. We're gonna have to say that.
And that's exactly why you're not. You're not the Kansas City Chiefs.
There's a lot of things.
The Kansas City Chiefs can go to him and say,
yeah, but
the Kansas City damn Chiefs can go to him. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Nobody's gonna say Derrick.
I'll say it again. The Kansas City Chiefs can go to him and say, you can play with Patrick Mahomes, and we need a back like this to go with Pacheco. Right now, we're financially strapped. We need you to just do. The Kansas City Chiefs can do that.
Right, but
the Dallas Cowboys cannot.
But
the Baltimore Ravens may be able to do that.
But
the Dallas Cowboys cannot. The San Francisco 49ers may be able to do that. The Dallas Cowboys cannot, Michael.
But now, I give you what you just said, however you just said. But the Dallas Cowboys can put them in lights that no other team cannot. Whatever the cannots you were just doing. And I'm just saying, Derrick Henry, don't listen to this here. You come on over there, boy, and you'll be the cause of the championship, not just a piece of the championship. That's what I'm saying for Derrick Henry. Now, I would also like maybe a guy that has done it. If I can't, I would also like a guy that has done it just to show them the way. So if I look down this little free agency list, and my wish list on a free agency list is to get another big receiver like Mike Evans. They got Mike Evans.
Well, you just said, make up your mind, man. You just said you want somebody that hadn't won a championship.
I gave you Derrick Henry.
Now, but you're doing too much.
I said I want somebody to show you how to win a championship.
Mike Evans done won already. And he ain't going over there for peanuts either.
Well, man, come on, man.
You can't keep trying to
count all our money, man. Why does he keep counting our money? Why, like we got peanuts? I want to understand. Hey, Jerry know how to work the cap. He knows what he's doing. You got to figure this out. We have to go get some more players. Come on, man. Stop counting our money. I
agree.
The man asked me who I wanted, what I got. I'm telling you what gives me hope. And you go give me Mike Evans and a Derrick Henry. I need some real players that'll make a difference in crucial moments. Get me a defensive end.
So here's what I would say.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work around some money.
Your question, I think, Skip, was how far
will they go?
Right,
as Jerry was saying, they're going as far as Dak Prescott takes them with that new $400 million contract he's about to get. Because he ain't giving you no discount, so you might as well forget that. Okay? But what they do need to do is figure out how to get the right players in free agency and whatever you can get in the draft to plug whatever little bit of holes that you may have, which Derrick Henry is one. I don't mind Tony Pollard, but I need a change of pace guy in Derrick Henry. When I get inside the 10-yard line,
I agree.
I need to give him the football 3 times.
Yeah.
I cash it in, okay? Don't mind that. There's an opportunity, potentially, with the Buffalo Bills and Brandon Beane, the general manager. His brother plays, and Stephon Diggs' brother plays there with the Cowboys. Let's have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't seem like a happy situation in Buffalo.
It does
Let's
not.
figure out if we could massage that to a degree. Okay, now let's find somebody on the defensive side of the ball via the draft or free agency in the middle, somewhere in that middle right there. You talk about we can't stop the run, you can't stop the run. It ain't all on Dan Quinn.
Okay, they just spent their first-round draft pick on that guy,
I
and that guy did not.
But it may not be a first-rounder. You may get a third-rounder that should be a first-rounder, but happens to be a third-rounder.
Yeah.
That turns into something.
looks for those guys.
That turns into something. Everybody that goes in the first round isn't always what you think they're going to be because they got a first-round grade. Right. So you look for something there. Now you start to build a unit that gets you back to the same position that you was in this year, which is fighting for the division, number one. Got to fight for the division. All that we going to be in New Orleans crap that y'all be talking about, y'all was going to be in Vegas. Yeah, Michael was in Vegas. No question about that.
So was I.
And so were you.
And
but you were not walking around with Dallas Cowboy gear on.
No, we're not.
So, I think they're going to be pretty much the same as they were. It can't be any worse. How could you be any worse? Because if you any worse, somebody going to get fired.
Hope so.
What you looking at me and smiling for?
I ain't thinking about you. Skip, go ahead, Skip. I ain't listening to this joke over here, no.
I gave you a plan.
Skip, man, this joke.
What's wrong with my plan?
We can pay for Stephon Diggs, but not Mike Evans. I mean, you just...
It's a different type of receiver. You got one dude that's long in the tooth. You got another dude that's just that helps balance out CeeDee Lamb. Now, if you want to go and get Mike Evans, go right ahead if Tampa Bay is stupid enough to let him go. Why would you let him go and you're going to sign Baker Mayfield? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I agree with that. I don't think they're going to let him out of town.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Baker is Baker because of dudes like that.
And Keyshawn, his teeth didn't look very long to me last year. Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
No, but you got a longer runway. You probably got a longer runway with Diggs.
You would. And I agree with the compliment to CeeDee.
And his brother's there. The compliment is just... I just think he fits.
His brother, yeah, let's be real now. The better compliment to CeeDee would be Mike Evans. Because that needs the big receiver, the space receiver. He doesn't have a space-eating
But that
receiver.
dude plays big, man.
CeeDee plays inside and also... And it's a lot of duplication with CeeDee and Stephon.
No, Stephon played for a small receiver. He played big.
Right. I'll take them both. But there's a lot of duplications with that.
And you like Mike Evans probably more because
I want the diversity. I want the big guy in the inside quick guy like the Diggs. I like CeeDee.
Oh, well, go ahead and take all three of them. Get all three of them.
That would be great. That would be great too if that could happen. I would love that.
So sometimes Michael Irvin sounds like Michael Jones, as in son of Jerry, making sales pitches to Derrick Henry. Like, wear that star on the side of your helmet, but you got to take a little discount to wear it, right?
But now...
Because look, man, the dude is delusional. He thinks he's still playing. You're not on the field, Michael. If you was on the field, that's a different story. That means you winning championships.
Let me ask you a question. It's simple. How many conversations we had about Derrick Henry up here this year? Not many.
No, we did before the trade deadline.
Not many, if any. Not many, if any. Not many, if any. Now, if Derrick Henry was playing for the Dallas Cowboys, how often you think we would be talking about
what
Derrick
does
Henry?
that mean if you're not winning?
Well, even if you'll still be talking about him. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean, what does it mean?
You're going to be talking about how bad they just lost the Cleveland Browns or something.
Right, but you're going to be talking about him. And Derrick Henry don't...
I don't want you to be talking about me if I ain't winning.
Key. You trying to bring it back to winning. Wait.
Come to teams for winning.
Just hear me with the ears. Hear me with the ears. That's the apparatus God gave us to hear with. It was the ears. You're hearing with your mouth. That's waiting to talk. That's not hearing me with the ears. Hear me with your ears, man. Hear me with your ears. You're trying to sit here and argue that playing for the Cowboys don't bring more attention on you.
I'm not saying that, Michael. I played for the damn Cowboys. Don't you think I know?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Derrick Henry can get them back. Derrick Henry hadn't gotten the love that he deserves. Come on over. Put that star on your helmet, buddy, and let us show you what kind of love. Let Derrick Henry almost get 2,000 yards for the Dallas Cowboys. Boy, I tell you
that ain't going to happen.
Boy, you can almost
You
run
ain't
for
going to let him
president.
get 2,000 yards because you got a quarterback you're getting ready to give $400 million to. And if you're getting ready to give a quarterback $400 million, you ain't going to have a running back rush for 2,000 damn yards. Come on, Michael.
Why won't you?
Because you're not going to give him the opportunity with the touches. They're not going to all of a sudden become Nebraska of 1979.
God almighty, man. Derrick Henry doesn't need 1 million touches. We don't need him to have 1 million
You
touches.
just said 2,000 yards.
Listen what I'm saying, Skip. Skip, I can't talk to him. He got his emotions in a bad
I don't
place.
have no emotions.
He feels
I'm trying to
bad
educate you.
He feels bad about any hope that the Cowboy fan base brings out.
Yeah.
Now, everybody, I just said I'm at peace now because everybody's at 0-0. What does that mean? Everybody hope meter is at a good place. I just told you
Everybody,
what my hope meter.
first of all,
I'm talking about everybody in the NFL.
First of all, everybody ain't at zero because they're not. The 49ers are plus 500. The Chiefs are plus 650. The Ravens are plus 9. Y'all are plus 1,500. Everybody ain't at zero. They already got people in front of y'all. Just want you to know. I'll show you
gambling,
that
man.
right there.
I'm talking about records, man. You talking about gambling, man. Come on, Skip.
I'm talking about going to the Super Bowl.
You can't mess with me.
For a guy that had 3 Super Bowls, Skip, I don't know how you just don't see winning is important.
Winning is important. That's a hell of a statement. Go ahead, Skip. I can't say anything else to it. We're trying to argue that Derrick Henry would not benefit from wearing a star on the side of his helmet. That's the thing that made you go in. Now, all this other stuff you just came up with, but we cannot argue the benefit of wearing that star.
No one said that. You almost made me call you boy. Michael, you still eating off the star. And you ain't played in 20 years. I get all of that.
Right.
But when you are a free agent that has not won a Super Bowl, okay, or yet even played in one, you are seeking teams that can get there. Don't tell me the Dallas Cowboys, because they had Derrick Henry, all of a sudden become Super Bowl favorites.
No. Who's going to remember? Who's going to remember that Juju Smith used to win a Super Bowl?
But that Juju Smith.
Let me finish. I sat here quietly. No, yes, I did. I waited. Who's going to remember that Juju Smith? Nobody, because you were a part of something that Kansas City was
quietly
doing.
in 4 months, Michael.
You came and helped. If Derrick Henry goes there, nobody's going to remember. You were a part of what Kansas City was doing, and you just got added to it. You didn't do anything to build it. You didn't do anything to sustain it. You dipped your toe in it. That's it. If you go to Dallas, it's something different. And don't tell me our history don't matter. Derrick Henry history matters. He wants to be remembered a certain way. He wants to be remembered as one of the greatest, and he'll get an opportunity if he goes to Dallas. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Michael Irvin, you look at this completely differently than I do, even though we both love this franchise.
Yeah.
You were part of 3 championships. You were a driving force of 3 championships.
Hey, get on, man. Get on.
All I've done has been lifelong diehard, but I am dying hard right now because you said we're back. Our hopes are starting to rise. You mentioned everybody's at 0. My emotions are at ground zero right now because I have not gotten over what happened against the youngest team in the NFL that came in as a 7 seed, and for the first time in the history of the playoffs, beat a 2 seed, and had us down 27-0 before halftime, had us down 48-13 early in the fourth quarter in a home playoff game with the 2 seed with a chance to beat Green Bay and Detroit to get back to San Francisco, where silly me, I thought we'd actually have a chance, 3rd time's the playoff charm at San Francisco. But no, 27-0 happened. And I am still rocked by it. I am devastated. I am emotionally ripped to pieces over what I saw because nothing changed. The coach is still the coach.
Right.
And I don't hate him. I just don't love him. And the great Winston Churchill said once upon a time, those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat history. And it feels like we didn't learn anything from history. We're just going right back to the same drawing board. And yet and still, we're going to have to pay the quarterback so we can pay the other players, because you're going to have to repay him to get the cap down just enough that you can take care of CeeDee Lamb and you can take care of Micah Parsons. And those are big taking care ofs. Those are big, bad deals that are going to limit what you can do with the rest of your cap money and free agency. So difference makers, game changers on offense and defense are going to be hard to come by in the situation in which we find ourselves. And to Keyshawn's point, a defensive game changer, it was supposed to be Mozzie Smith. Maybe the second year will be the charm for him and he'll figure it out.
It could be.
But I saw next to nothing
maybe it's Mike Zimmer.
Maybe it is Mike
maybe
Zimmer.
It is it.
Maybe it is. Okay,
Maybe
you
it.
could be right.
Right, maybe it's
okay,
right.
and I will give you this. I love Tony Pollard, but I did not see enough this year because you know what? He did get hip drop tackled at San Francisco, and you know what?
He had some flashes this year.
It threatened his career because Keyshawn, I know his game. He wasn't quite what he was the year before because it's a.
But he doesn't have to be a $15 million running back,
no,
though.
Okay. But would Derrick Henry help as a thunder and lightning?
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
You better
But that
believe
whole
it.
notion to come here for free,
No, he's not
nobody
gonna
doing
come
that.
here.
Ain't
Okay.
nobody said.
You said it.
Hyperbole.
You were giving Jerry's speech to him.
I said he would have to work with us on the money, but I didn't say free. That's hyperbole. Free's crazy. So stop saying that. And what I said also was he will be recognized more for helping the Cowboys get over the hump than just being a part of whatever the Kansas City Chiefs are doing. They just took you in as a piece.
I can't
Derrick
listen to you,
Henry,
man.
I got to imagine that matters to Derrick.
I can't listen to you. It ain't just taking him in. I mentioned Kansas City because they won the Super Bowl.
Right.
It may not be Kansas City.
Right,
It may
whatever.
be Baltimore. It may be another team that need a big pounding back. Okay, that is right there on the edge. The Dallas Cowboys ain't on the edge.
You know my problem, Hakeem? I don't have an issue with admitting what you say if it's true. But I got an issue with why you won't admit what I'm saying is true. We talk about the Cowboys more than anybody. Derrick Henry will benefit greatly if he had to start on the side of something. Now, that's just reality.
No one said that he wouldn't. Michael, he is going to benefit for that. But you're asking a man to come in to a team.
For free.
To a team that hasn't won anything in 30 years.
30 years.
For less money than what could be on an open market with teams that have won.
There's your hyperbole again. They have won something. They won. They're one of the only teams that won at least 12 games over the last 3 years. They've gotten in the playoffs. Now, what the Cowboys are trying to do is get to the next level.
I got to turn my back. I got to turn my back on you, man. I just got to turn my back on you.
I understand you turning your back. You can turn your back, but I'm trying to turn your head into some knowledge. I'm trying to crack it and give you something.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, it would be different. And you're just letting your anger against the Cowboys
if you don't stop using
your
that
eyes from seeing it. It would be different.
All right.
That's it. It's not even a conversation so easy.
Okay, Michael, I'm going to give you some hope that I have, this one shred of hope. We haven't talked about this, but I think the Philadelphia Eagles are a mess. That's what I think. I think they have internal issues.
They got to figure it out.
Okay, they got lots of things going on there, that deep things that they got to figure out.
Right.
The Giants still don't threaten me. Washington will start to grow because I like the new owner and I like the new brain trust that they have, but it's not going to be next year.
So if the Giants let Saquon Barkley walk, do you go get him versus Derrick Henry?
I'm not that biggest Saquon guy. No.
Okay, I just asked a question.
Okay, but the point is,
you need the hammer.
Here's the point about the NFC East. It's possible. It might be likely that we win it by default again next year. We just might be the best team of the bad things that are going on around the division.
Skip, we're
So-
a second seed, Skip.
Okay.
So it ain't just that we
Okay.
won the division. You were number 2 seed
Yeah.
in the conference.
We were.
So all of this that like we are in some hell hole purgatory place and got the worst team. It's just not right. It's not real and it's not true. We were the second seed. So telling Derek Henry, anybody else, he got no chance to win anything in Dallas. They were the second.
Okay, so
seed.
Michael,
That's
if
all.
we have a home playoff game next year, are we going to win that playoff game?
Yeah, we got Derrick Henry.
So
We
it's
got
all
a
about
hammer.
Derrick Henry?
We got a hammer. We need a hammer. And a
Y'all
hammer,
the second seed, huh, Michael?
A hammer that will garner respect and bring people up on that line of scrimmage no matter what. Then you'll get opportunities to throw the ball.
We were the second seed. And
Yeah.
we're the second seed, and we went home
Right.
in the first game.
Yeah, that's why we need a hammer.
All right, in a moment, we're going to talk about this because I still believe Joe Burrow is a little better than Patrick Mahomes. We debate that next.
Don't you, Skip, you spend too much time with this joke.
I know.
This joke in here, he's just...
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.